Hey guys, Florida Watchman here. I'm at Post Office on Live Oaks Boulevard in Casselberry, Florida. Let's see if they respect my right to film in public. Got our PO boxes here. Here's our poster 7. Here's some more PO boxes. There's another poster 7. Small lobby here.
Can I help you?
Yeah. Oh.
You're not supposed to do that in post office, sir.
Yes, I can. It's in public. You have a poster 7 I can show you on the wall that says I can. It's right back there.
It's nothing fragile, liquor purge, potencial hazardous, no lithium batteries or park, you know? Okay, say no for me, please. How would you like to send the per express, per mail?
I'm gonna be at 3-4 days.
Regular, 2 or 3 days is $8 less per mail. You wanna send it regular first class?
You recording a
It's
video?
$1.
Yes.
$1.
I'm not in line or anything.
Okay, I just don't want to be on camera.
I mean, I'm not here to get you on camera. I mean, I can, but I'm not here. Like, this is considered public, so there's no expectation of privacy in public. Yeah, I mean, I'm recording. But I'm not here to record you or anything.
3 or 4 days you want to send the priority mail? It's not my way at this, I just want it to be cost less. Maybe the other ones are a little bit heavy. You're welcome. Anything else that is time today? That was Just give me the delivery date from the 12th. Ajá, yeah, okay. What are you recording, also? That's my question, why?
Because I can. It's a First Amendment protected activity.
Oh, yeah?
Excuse me, can you?
No, I don't.
Thank you. That's what I need.
I don't think it's yours.
I need a.
Oh, sure, I'm looking for the label.
This one is probably an old address, and the notice was, the letter was addressed to this
Alright,
address.
looks like they're ready, butthurt.
And they said,
Anything else, sir? Now, no, because you return just a return label, that's UPS ground. You can use this this symbol. Because this is ours, this is UPS. Only thing you can do is get one of those brown envelopes, you don't pay for those, and send it out on the label. You don't have to pay to send it out, but you have to pay for the envelope.
okay, we can do that then. I'll find out for sure. Okay. Sorry for the wait.
You're welcome. This one for that. It's a 219. UPS, okay, it's a drop box on the corner right there. You can go in, you can go there and just drop in a drop box. This is all UPS.
You don't think
We don't take a UPS. Okay,
So you guys actually take or?
You can go to like
Yeah, original copy.
UPS stores,
They have a separate
stores.
copy. They mail it back to you. They have one in Toronto.
Oh, they'll mail it back.
They have to send one to you.
Okay.
They get it back. And the second one we tell.
Thank you
You
so much.
guys have them.
Okay, cool. So I don't have to try and get one.
How are you?
Now you willing.
No return address?
Yeah, everybody afraid of that. Oops.
Can maybe do a corner right there.
It's like almost.
Freedom camera.
And it's not in fragile, liquid, perishable, potentially hazardous, and leaking various and perfumes and school supplies. Hazardous, the ones that were expressed. Perfect. Oh, let's see.
Let's see how much that's gonna cost.
Weight. It's gotta go by weight and distance. What did you use the one like a flat rate box? Let me see. $11.90, that's ground, take about a week, and now 2 or 3 days is $11.95, priority member.
I'll take for the nickel more.
Priority member, there you go.
I go for the.
That was from the track and shoot on the
Go
fast.
Yeah, no, I never seen it.
What is that?
Most market there, but I don't see no-
Yeah, I'm recording.
So I need to check.
Just for my use, like, I'm trying to teach people that you have the right to record in public, especially when you're dealing with, public officials.
Yeah.
No, I'm not here to, harm anybody, or not here for you guys or anything, or, And actually, there's a poster on the wall back there. I can show it to you if you want. That literally says I can film anywhere that's public in here, and they still said I can't, even though it's on their wall saying I can. I mean, I go into police stations, I go everywhere, city hall buildings.
Stand for something to fall back.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to lose my rights, If you don't use them, you lose them, so. To be honest with you, all the police stations in this area, they were really cool with it. First place that's ever had a problem with it so far, a post office, which is weird. I mean, I assume they had nothing to hide. They're just doing their job. I mean, I'm not here for that. Like, they haven't been mean or anything. Like, they just told me I can't do what I know I can do. It falls under the First Amendment, freedom of press. It is what it is, right?
Hey, 52 feet altogether. 1 second. Mira, ¿te sabes something else? No?
I can show you the tracking number. Tracking number. This one here. The number, tracking number, you got to figure out what I just showed you. Expect to be lost in each one. That's it.
Put one sticker on the back, maybe so. Thank you, have a good day.
Bye-bye. Happy. Oh, this is the first time?
Yeah.
You know what? One or two? Interesting.
Make sure that if I want to, everybody has.
Let's verify that. Make sure.
No, for a long time, I have here,
Remember last time
I have
we went to like the
17 years.
clerk report.
Yeah, they're close. I have 17 years, I came to here.
First one, put it on the truck.
449.
Work for another one, and then comes off the plane, and put it back on the truck. Man.
You hear from me, man? You want me to step out? Oh, okay. I assume they called you over me filming. I don't want to, cause a disturbance or anything, so.
Okay, I have the receipt.
Excuse me.
They used to go to Central Police Review.
Thank you. Right.
You want to go talk out here? 'Cause I don't want to cause a disturbance or anything.
yeah, if you wanna
know what I
go
mean?
out.
I don't want to. I assume they want to trespass me.
They do. They mentioned the postal inspector does not want to.
I mean, can I show you? It's on their wall saying I can. This is why I do this. I go all over the place. And I'm not here to cause any problems or anything, Let's see. Photographs for news, advertising, commercial purposes. Like, it's right on their wall.
Okay. Well, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mr.
Like,
Lopez contacted us, so that's why we responded.
no, I understand you have to respond. Can I have your name and badge number, by the way? Yes, sir.
Can I get your name also?
I'd rather not give it, to be honest.
Okay. Well, they want you trespassing the property, so I need your
I mean, they can go ahead, and I'm not going to fight a trespass, obviously, but, it's not legal to trespass someone from public when I have committed no crime. Just,
Okay.
I mean, I understand, like, I'm not here to get arrested or anything, so I'll leave.
Okay.
But
Well,
I would just...
I need your ID.
you don't need an ID for a trespass warning.
ID.
If you're telling me to leave, I'll leave. But I don't need ID. I've done this a million times, dude. Like, I've never given ID for a trespass warning ever.
Well, that's how we document it. We have to do our report, and because
Every other-
Mr. Lopez, he wants you removed from the property.
Every other place has never ID'd me for a trespass warning, ever.
Okay.
From the 15, 20 different post offices I've ever been trespassed from.
Okay. So how are we going to do the trespass report?
I mean, usually they take a picture. Like, I'll let you take a picture of me. That's usually how they do it. Most of the time. Some people don't do anything.
Okay. So
Some people take a description. Some people take a picture of me. Depends on preference.
But to take your picture and link that with what?
I mean, that's not my job to figure that out. I mean, if you're telling me to leave, I'll leave.
So you don't want to identify yourself?
Nope, I don't have to.
But you're saying I could take your picture, and usually we take your picture. That's
Go
what
ahead,
I'm
and I don't
saying.
care. That's fine with me. It's your right to do that. I mean, I'm not going to stop you from taking my picture. I can't.
But you're telling me the pictures being for the pictures for the trespass.
That's not my rules. That's just how other places do it. Like, I didn't come up with that. They just do that.
Well, that's what you're telling me.
I mean, that's fine. Other places, that's just something they do. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know how they do it or what they do with it, or... I mean, I'm not trying to hide anything. I'm assuming you're going to watch me leave and they're on my plate or something, but...
Well, Mr. Lopez is requesting a trespass report, so that's why I need your name and...
I've never given a name for trespass warning at all. His name's Mr. Lopez? Okay. Can I have your badge number?
That's what I'm writing right now.
Oh, okay, thank you very much.
Badge number.
Because this is a violation of the First Amendment, so I'd like information on everyone involved. Thanks for giving me Mr. Lopez's name. I didn't know it.
Yeah, Mr. Lopez. It's public record. He's the one that contacted us.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll probably FOIA request the call, so. Are you with Casselberry PD?
Casselberry PD.
Okay, awesome.
This is a business card here.
Okay, awesome. Appreciate it.
Of course.
I'm not trying to give you a hard time, I'm just, honestly here to stick up for our rights, so.
Hey, I'm here at the post office, and the post office, the manager here, Mr. Lopez, he's requesting a gentleman to be trespassed, and the person that is here that's being trespassed, he's refusing to give his name and date of birth.
It's a trespass warning, so.
Does he have to give his name and date of birth for my trespass report? Correct. He said Mr. Lopez said the postal inspector is requesting his information.
That's what he really wants then. It's not obstruction. It's a trespass warning.
Correct. That's what I told him, that I was here for a call for service, and the issue that the post office is having is that he's filming inside the post office.
Which isn't a crime.
Correct. 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 Thank you. Okay, so that was the acting sergeant.
What's the sergeant's name?
Mara.
Mara, okay.
He's
I haven't
saying
talked to him yet.
that you do have to identify yourself.
I only have to identify if I'm suspected of a crime, committing a crime, or being lawfully arrested in the state of Florida. I mean, I wouldn't come out here if I didn't know, you know what I mean? I'm not trying to give you a hard time, I just...
Okay, but I checked with the supervisor, and he's saying that you do have to.
Can I have a supervisor here then? Because I'd like to talk to him.
Hello?
Can I have your name and badge number, please?
Mine?
Yes, please.
Officer Stewart, badge number 105.
Thank you very much for
You're
being
very
professional.
Excuse me.
It's kind of weird, like, they don't want people filming, but it says right there I can, right on the wall.
Yeah, I have no clue what's going on. Do what?
Oh, I came in here just standing in the corner filming, not talking to anybody. I was actually going to be here for 10 minutes, buy a stamp and leave, not say a word.
Okay.
And they all got mad because I was filming, told me I couldn't.
Thanks.
I told them, hey, look, it's on your wall. I'll show you if you want to see it. You know?
Mayor's on his way.
Okay.
Thank you.
The supervisor's on his way.
Awesome. Thank you. Appreciate it.
And then here's the card with my badge number and
Thank you. I appreciate
name.
it.
Can you get Mr. Lopez's information?
Who's that?
The caller. He's the manager here.
Okay.
He's in a coat.
Okay. Do you still have that?
Yes.
Okay. That's why initially why I came to, so I don't know exactly what you.
Yeah, I'll grab it.
Okay. You said Lopez?
Yeah, Mr. Lopez.
Okay.
Also, if you want, just put your IDs. I'll show you. I have another phone in my pocket, have my keys, and I have some quarters. That's it. If you want, if you want me to pull all that stuff in my pocket, just see your IDs. I'm not here to harm anybody or, not saying you're, just don't want you to be alert or anything. I always offer, so. At least you're out of the heat, right?
Right.
Whew, it's hot out. I was worried you were gonna want me to go outside and talk. I was like, man, it's too hot for that.
No. I mean, you're the one that wanted to come out here.
Well, yeah, I didn't want to cause a disturbance. I didn't want to stop their business or anything. It seems like it's getting packed around lunchtime, so, I mean, you also didn't say I was detained or anything, but, I'm not trying to run from anybody or anything.
Mr. Lopez is coming. He wants to have him trespass.
Mhm.
That's his dealing with stuff on that.
I'm gonna ask you to leave the premises.
Okay, sure,
As
can I-
far as I know, you're trespassing, so this is considered a warning. I don't need you on the
Okay,
property.
just a
Thank you.
warning. Should I leave then, or should I wait, or because you said
Well, we need to identify you. That's why.
so do you? I mean, I guess I don't know what to do in this situation. I don't want to stay here, you know,
Oh, we got you.
since I'm firmly, you know, I'm warned now, formally. So
But
I
you
mean,
need to identify yourself.
I'm
Let's
just,
do the report.
I'm still gonna stand that I don't have to, because I know I don't have to. Like I'm positive.
That you don't
I will. The only way I'll identify is under the threat of arrest. Honestly, I'm just gonna say that right now.
Okay, this is a call for service.
I understand, but I
For us
don't.
to do our trespass report. Like you mentioned, the picture taken.
Mhm.
We have to link that picture.
I mean, I don't, like I said, I don't know how the other places do it. They just take my picture and tell me, you know, I need to leave, and I leave.
Well, this is how it's done in Casselberry.
I mean, I don't know. I don't
You
know
take
your.
your
I don't
picture
know your
and do
processes.
everything.
I just know what the law says. So the law says I don't have to identify unless I'm being, you know, legally arrested, suspected of a crime, or committing a crime. So
Well, you requested a supervisor, so he's on his way.
okay, yeah, I didn't know how to. I didn't want to, you know, ignore lawful order or anything. So, I mean, obviously he can't give me a lawful order, but you guys can. So, like I said, I'm not here to, you know, argue or bother anybody. This is kind of the point of what I do. And you guys have been very professional, so nothing, you know, nothing against you guys. I know you're just doing what you're told, so.
No, you guys you're human like we are, so.
I mean, I know you can't say it, but I assume you both understand what I'm doing. You know what I mean? Like, if you don't stick up for your rights, you lose them. As a private citizen or a police officer, you know, depending on what you do, so.
I got you.
This actually turns into some good conversation sometimes, so. Which I was willing to talk to that guy, but he seemed mad, so I didn't want to, you know, elevate it. I was willing to talk to him and say, hey, this is what I'm doing, you know.
Who, Mr. Lopez?
Yeah, Mr. Lopez, and saying, hey, this is what I'm doing, you know, I'll show you the poster over here, and, you know. And then I would, you know, take a couple pictures and leave, but I do that too sometimes, you know. Sometimes people ask me to leave, and I'll say, hey, can I show you this poster quick? And I show them, they're like, oh, I didn't know about that. They call their postmaster or whatever, confirm, and then, you know, I leave. It's all about education.
You got your key. Grab that really quick and no problem.
Yeah, it's all right.
Is it?
It's actually the back left seat.
Hello.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Sure is.
Welcome. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Like I was telling him, at least you guys are in air conditioner for a little while. Well, it's not really air conditioning back here, but it's better than being out there.
I
agree with you on that one.
Just more boxes.
It's a pretty small post office.
Yeah, believe it or not, I've actually seen smaller.
I have two.
Did you see where he was coming from? No.
Did you say it was a sergeant coming?
Yeah.
Okay. I met the chief, but I haven't met the sergeant yet. Chief is a nice guy.
Yeah, he is.
Well, I mean, I've emailed back and forth with him. I haven't actually met him in person yet.
Mm.
I was telling a citizen in there, they just asked me what I was doing. I told them, and they were cool with it. I was like, man, around this area, I've been to Casselberry PD, Altamont Springs PD.
Not to interrupt you, man.
No, go ahead.
Hey, yes, sir. Well, thank you very much. You're very welcome. You have a wonderful day. Thank you. Anytime.
Supervisor just pulled in.
Awesome, appreciate it. Need to do this somewhere where it's colder. Hi, how are you?
How you doing?
Good, how are you? Can I have your name and badge number, please?
I'm Corporal Mara, I'm the acting sergeant.
Nice to meet you, Corporal Mara. Shake your hand.
You're Florida Watchman.
Sure am.
Yes, sir.
How do you? I'm curious. No one's ever called me by that. How do you know?
I've seen some of your videos.
Oh, awesome.
What can I do for you today?
Honestly, they called the police because I was filming. Didn't, just stood in the corner and filming. Guy said I was trespassed. He's saying I need the ID, which I know I don't. Like, I'm positive I don't.
Why wouldn't you think that you wouldn't?
I'm not being lawfully arrested. I'm not being detained at all, which, I just stay here in goodwill. Not being detained at all. Haven't committed a crime, not suspected of a crime.
Well,
I have no problem IDing if I was, in those terms at all.
Are you willing to leave the premises?
Yeah, I told him I was.
Okay, well then.
And I like I said, I know, like, as soon as I didn't hide my car or anything. Like, I know you're going to run my plate, so you'll know who I am anyway. I assume you're going to run my plate. I guess I can't say no.
I'm not.
But yeah. I'm willing to leave. I just wanted to wait.
As long as you understand that you cannot return.
Can you ask them how long I'm trespassed for? Because sometimes it's 6 months, sometimes it's a year.
Trespass is generally non-expiring unless the trespass is canceled by someone here in authority.
Okay. Well, sometimes let me.
That would be.
I don't want to put the camera on this lady.
That would be the postmaster or the inspector, the postal inspector.
Usually they tell me like 6 months. One was a month, one was a year, or one was 5 years. So I was just curious.
Would you go and ask them how long?
I assume it's permanently, but
Well,
I would just like to know. And then I have no problem.
I have no problem with asking.
I just come out, like I was saying, I just come out here to educate. Like it says right on the wall, I can film here, and
Excuse me?
Nope, sorry. So I don't want to get you on camera there.
No, there's nothing that says you can't film.
Yeah.
But they have the right to either refuse service or to trespass anybody at any time. It's their property, it's federal property.
But that means it's taxpayer, like, we fund this building, the taxpayers.
No, I understand.
And honestly, like, I'm not trying to cut you off or anything, like,
No, I
just,
understand.
you know, just by, according to the law, I can't be trespassed from public property unless I commit a crime. Like, I know that's true. I've actually talked to chiefs in other cities in Florida.
Well, but remember this is federal property.
But yeah, that means we pay, the taxpayers, we all pay for
I
it.
understand, but federal property may work a little differently than municipal property.
There's also a DHS memo saying I can film here.
Well,
I mean, I usually have that memo with me, but I didn't bring it
not
with me today.
I'm not saying
I know you're not. You
film here.
I know you've been cordial, but
They can say that we don't want you on the property.
it also states I can't be trespassed unless I'm doing something unlawful. Which I know you're not arguing with me. We're having a talk here.
Who trespassed? Was it the actual postmaster?
I'm not sure who he is, to be honest.
Mr. Lopez, the guy that had a jacket.
I'm honestly not sure. I think he might be the postmaster, but I'm not sure.
He might be the postmaster, which means he's kind of like the general manager.
But
Okay.
yeah, I mean, I don't want to argue with you. You know,
Well, I'm not arguing.
No, I know.
thought we were having
I
a
feel.
discussion.
I just don't want to feel like I'm arguing or pushing back or anything.
No,
so.
sir. You're asking pertinent questions, and I'm trying to
Yeah,
give
no,
you
I understand.
truthful, honest answers.
I understand. I appreciate you not, forcing me to ID or anything. Like, I felt like I was going there, so like
It could have possibly gone there. All I'm saying is, as long as you are willing to leave the premises,
like I've been willing.
then we have no problem. The only reason that I was told you were here is because you wanted to speak to me.
Yeah. He told me I forgot his name, but I have it on here. The other officer told me I had to ID. Because I was like, man, I will leave. He's like, well, we need you to ID first. And I'm like, I'm not, I told him, and I'll tell you this too, the only way I'm willing to ID if it's threat with arrest. I don't want to be arrested. I'm not here to be arrested,
And I'm not here to arrest you.
No, I know you're not. You
We're
seem very
here-
cordial, so.
As long as you are willing to leave the premises voluntarily, I
course
don't
I
think
am.
they're going to have a problem with it.
Yeah, of course I am. Yeah, I mean, there's other ways to fight this battle. I don't need to go to jail to do it. You don't need to, there's just other ways to do it, so.
Well, just remember one thing. Crimes on federal property, especially the post office, are investigated by the FBI.
I understand. I mean, I'll be honest with you, I've been to FBI buildings in other states doing the same thing.
Understood.
I was telling this guy before he had to help an elderly man go out the door, but I was like, man, I've been to around this area, Central Florida. I've been to police stations, I've been to fire stations, I've been to city halls, everything, and this is the first place that had a problem with it, which is kind of odd to me. All police stations have been cool with it, Especially Casselberry's been awesome when I go there. I don't know, I get this guy on camera.
No, we're not.
I said I've been talking to your chief. I'm glad. It's kind of cool that you guys know who I am. Then that's awesome.
Forever.
Forever. Okay. Appreciate it.
And
Now, here's the thing. If you have an issue with that,
Mm-hmm.
then you need to talk to the federal authorities. Because
No, I
we're
understand.
just simply here
I understand.
to enforce what they want.
No, I understand. Like, you guys have to do your job. I understand.
And that's all we're doing. But if you're free, if you're willing to leave on your own, you're free to go.
Yeah, I'm willing to leave.
You're
Appreciate
good
your
to go.
time, man.
The issue that they had was, it was security concerns because you're videotaping credit card transactions and.
I'll be honest with you, and I'm not, obviously that you didn't say that. I didn't.
But they were notified by the postal inspector who reviews the live feed of the service.
I was in the corner, and I understand if I have a crazy camera, but literally, I can't see that writing from here, that small print
They
from
don't
here.
know that.
No, I know. I'm just
That's
saying,
why they contacted.
I'm just saying, I'm not here to get anyone's personal information. There was a kid in there, turned my camera so I didn't get the, minor on camera. I know I can, but I'd rather, I'm not here for that stuff. So
We're good to go.
appreciate it. Thank you.
Take care of yourself,
Thank
okay?
you. Thank you very much.
Take care.
Appreciate it. You guys take care.
You too.